You survived high school, but now it's time for the big leagues.
Can you take me higher?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 ways to survive college.
Grab a brew. Don't cost nothing.
For this list, we'll be sharing insightful advice on how to make college the best 4 years of your life, or 5 if you go for super senior status.
Write that down. I don't have a pencil.
Well, remember that then.
Number 10, keep in touch with family.
It's just... I wish I could always be with you.
College provides a golden opportunity to branch out, meet new people, and grow up. Just because you're in the adult world doesn't mean you should cut ties with your parents, though.
Yes, I am sad Haley is leaving, but I'm gonna be okay knowing I've done everything I can to get her set up and prepared and off on the right foot.
Not me.
Chances are you're still gonna need them for emotional support, the occasional home-cooked meal, and maybe even free laundry services. Sure, they may be overbearing and annoying.
Oh my God, what is that shirt?
Pretty sweet, huh? Haley Dunphy Moving Company, see? Because we're moving you here and here.
But when college life is getting you down, however, a phone call or Skype session with the family can make things a lot better.
You're a little too close to the camera. Can you back up a bit?
How's this?
Every time.
Visiting your dysfunctional family over Thanksgiving can also make you appreciate your neurotic roommate as well.
Jinx bought me a coat. Oh snap, man, we're still saying the same thing. This is amazing. Carrots, pumpernickels, glow sticks, twins.
Number 9, get pre-owned books. Once you get to college, you'll figure out really fast that everything has an outrageous price tag, particularly textbooks. The average college student can spend roughly $1,000 on books per year. That's insane.
Let me buy your books, okay?
They're expensive.
Yeah, well, I owe you that at least, right?
It's about $1,000.
What makes this even more unreasonable is that sometimes you'll never even open the damn things, unless you've taken up pressing wildflowers. If a textbook is 100% required for a course though, get a pre-owned copy off campus if you can. You might be able to save yourself a few $100, and be sure to trade it back in once the semester is over to get some of that money back. Number 8, caffeine.
Coffee's fine. Yeah, I drink it. I'm hip.
I don't know. This is espresso, you know? It's like CoffeeZilla.
In college, it's essential to get a good night's sleep and maybe the occasional nap. When presented with a full plate, however, sometimes you'll have to cut your 8 hours of rest short. This is where caffeine enters into the mix. Whether you're staying up late to complete a midterm or waking up early for a class, a nice cup of joe is a good way to keep you alert and energized.
Now that's fresh mountain-grown coffee from the hills of Colombia.
Granted, Starbucks and other coffee chains are bound to charge you a bundle for that measly espresso. However, if it keeps you awake throughout your pretentious professor's boring lecture though, it's probably worth every penny.
In 1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the... Anyone?
Number 7, skipping class? Cover your ass.
How could I possibly be expected to handle school on a day like this?
You'll be happy to know that college doesn't have as many regulations as in high school. For example, if you decide to skip class, you're not going to get in trouble with your parents or the principal.
If Ferris thinks that he can just coast through this month and still graduate, he is sorely mistaken.
When you're overworked or overstressed, ditching a certain class can be completely acceptable.
Ah, the joys of mortgaging your future.
Just be sure to plan ahead. After all, you wouldn't want to be absent the day of a final exam or the day when your 50-page thesis is due.
Van! Pick up! Your final's in exactly 7 minutes!
In case you do miss an important lecture, ask somebody from class if you can copy their notes. College students gotta stick together.
Write that down.
Number 6, cook simple meals.
That's a milk carton.
Yeah?
Cottage cheese doesn't come in a milk carton.
When you're living on campus, the dining hall will very likely be your primary source of something resembling food. Eating pizza and burgers every day is tempting, but that's the fast track to the dreaded and all too real freshman 15.
Could it be the freshman 15?
Besides, most of the time you're going to be in too much of a rush to eat a big feast. Rather than gorging on fries and the bowl of French dressing and carrots that you call a salad, fix yourself up a quick, simple meal.
You flip it over, nice and
sprinkle cheese all over it and then let it cook more on that side. The tortilla's gonna get crispy like a nacho chip.
And be sure to add cereal, Pop-Tarts, and granola bars to your grocery list. Oh, and you can't forget about those microwavable noodles. They're basically required. Number 5, make friends in your field of study.
I've come to join your study group. And look, I brought sustenance.
By befriending others in your field of study, you can gain numerous professional contacts that will help you achieve career goals. Networking aside, making contacts is also important for social purposes.
You've just stopped being a study group. You've become something unstoppable. I hereby pronounce you a community.
If you felt like an outsider in high school, don't worry. College is a very different place that brings together all sorts of diverse people that share aspirations very similar to your own. We promise you.
This is like a thing now.
Oh, totes.
You'll likely meet some of your new best friends in a study group or doing an extracurricular activity.
So I put my hands up to play my song, the butterflies fly away.
Once the work session is over, feel free to head out for some drinks with the gang, but always be safe.
Okay, kids. This is our Uncle Jaeger. That's right, drink up.
This tastes like shit. You have any scotch?
Number 4, class selection.
Dad, first class isn't until noon.
Getting to choose your own classes really sounds awesome, and in many respects it is. However, class selection can backfire big time if you don't know the ropes. First and foremost, try, if you can, to never sign up for classes before 9 a.m. unless you're a really good morning person.
I mean, did you really want a class at 8 a.m.? I didn't.
Also, try to only sign up for classes on Monday through Thursday. That way, you can ideally just unwind on Friday and take a 3-day weekend. If the planets align perfectly, and this is a big if, it's even possible to schedule all of your classes on one day.
But you could schedule your classes on a Monday and then take a 6-day weekend.
You can do a lot of things.
There's nothing better than a 6-day weekend aside from, just taking the whole week off.
You don't go out looking for a job dressed like that, do you? On a weekday?
Is this what day is this?
Number 3, study what you like.
So, why you pick this class anyway? It's pretty hard. Oh, beautiful view. All right.
While you'll likely have to take at least a few boring courses to get all your required credits, college also allows students an opportunity to hone in on their interests.
I could swear he was looking at you when he said the next Bill Gates could be right in this room.
Select your major based on what you're passionate about, whether it's engineering, history, basket weaving, or the history of basket weaving. If you start to lose interest down the line, there's no shame in changing your major.
And I see we have our first surrender. Don't worry, Mr. Zuckerberg. Brighter men than you have tried and failed this class.
One valid bit, one modified bit, one reference bit, 5 permission bits.
If your finances allow it, you can even transfer schools if you feel that another environment would be more beneficial.
I got into my dream school.
Just don't study something you don't like or understand. That's the first step towards a miserable future.
School is overrated! I didn't go to school and look at me!
Number 2, budget your money.
We're still $1,200 short of your next tuition payment.
You thought books were expensive? Just wait till you see the bill for your tuition. Here's a tip. Try to apply for any scholarships and financial aid you could be eligible for.
How do you afford it? Even with this student aid and the folks back home hustling corn nuts.
I won a Young American Merit Scholarship.
Hoo-ah!
You can also take out a student loan, but be prepared to spend the rest of your life paying for it. Even if your parents put aside a nice college fund for you, you'll still need enough cash for leftover food and housing. Budget your money well and don't overspend on luxuries, even if that means shopping at a 99-cent store and having your anniversary dinner at Burger King.
Smile, you're at Mr. Smiley's. Would you like to try our new beef and cheese pot pie on a stick? Just $1.99 for a limited time only?
Before we impart our top piece of wisdom, here are a few honorable mentions.
Guys, we're wasting the whole day here. We're in Paris. Let's go to the Louvre.
To the Louvre!
So what does this cartoon mean?
It shows how the depletion of our natural resources has pitted our small farmers against each other.
Yes, and birds go tweet. What else?
I said, quiet.
Number 1, manage your time. Now that mom and dad are no longer around to constantly monitor your activities, you're free to abide by your own dang schedule. If you want to skip a study session to go out and party, that's up to you.
I think I got a plan. Let's go get f***ed up.
Sounds good.
With that said, slacking off too much can result in a 0.0 GPA. If you're planning to be a Christmas grad, we highly suggest you stay on top of your readings.
Study, 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 study.
Of course, you probably don't need to dictate all of your time to studying either. Part of the college experience is having fun too.
Everybody, are you ready to party? 'Cause I know I am.
It's all about finding the perfect balance between work time and playtime, but it has to be a balance.
I give you beer pong!
Do you agree with our list? What advice would you give someone going to college?
There's no aspect, no facet, no moment of life that can't be improved with pizza.
For more educational top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Master my course pack, and you will take over the world.